Hey, how's it going? I wanted to kind of address a comment on my video. And first, we got to go with the title of the video. And this will kind of help people. So, when I say certain things, I want people to understand that I'm not really going at people. I personally don't care. When I say I don't care, it doesn't mean I don't care about, improving my content or improving as a man or a person. Okay. Look, so this video is called Navigating the Wild Terrain of Kangaroo Courts, Expert Tips for Survival. Okay. Now, over this video, there's a comment from certain people, and in this comment, I want to address it, and it's not to be mean, because the person may have had great intent behind their comment. Um, First, I want to talk about my fragrance. I don't know if I already said that, but Electimus Imperial. Now, it does not smell like Aventus. I don't know where people said it does smell like Aventus, but I do see they do have similarities. In my opinion, I think this might be a little better than Aventus. Now, that's a strong statement. So I don't want people to troll anybody or anything because I take these as teaching tools when people make comments. And I have a few videos coming up addressing these comments. So I'm never trying to talk stuff, but sometimes people do come in the comment section. So when you're watching a video, okay, gain the knowledge from the video. Don't try to get a video and try to jump ahead or skip ahead of the steps. Try to understand the content of the video. Then, when you have your own time, you can kind of do your own research and then you'll kind of have that time. So, instead of trying to go to someone's video and jump and put your processes in their video or telling them what they should be doing in a video, everybody welcomes feedback. I welcome feedback. Everybody does. Some people can't be questioned or whatever, but that's them. We're not talking about them. So in this video, this person has a problem with my teaching style in this video. And my problem is the video speaks for itself. I'm showing you how to survive. Okay. So in this video, it seems as if, although insightful, that you're kind of bouncing around the steps. Okay. There is no manual for court. When you go in court, if you go in court with a manual, you're going to lose. The only thing somebody can give you is if they say this, this was your potential answer to that. Okay. No one can give you a step by step manual of what to do in a court process because each court process is done different. Even when I'm helping people with foreclosures, I'm starting to see that people are trying to foreclose on properties without doing a les pendants in judicial states. So then I started finding out that there's statutes to help them. See, I'm learning too. So then when I learn information, I try to convey it or to create a video to assist with this. Okay, so it says, it would be helpful if you made a video that created a scenario of a traffic ticket and the steps you would take from that point on. Okay, I can create a video, but that's hypothetical. This is actually happening in real time. So, look, like you said, reading ticket, sending back, sending notice of special appearance, challenging jurisdiction, invoking natural rights. I've never made a video about invoking natural rights and claiming the court under the right to republic form of government, common law. See, this person is trying to incite, they're trying to put their process into the process of this video. Dealing with court is very simple. It is very simple. The fact that people get you going on different type of diatribes and processes is just it's mind blowing to me. So as you would do it and why you would do it. Well, in this video, I'm trying. I would reserve that more for private. You know what I'm saying? It's not my job to just give out free information. I have over almost 200 something videos, and I had more before I destroyed my channel. So, okay, that is just my opinion and my request from you to make video. You got great info. It's just hard to follow. Well, it should be hard to follow if you're looking for me to just give you a step-by-step video, because there is no one way to handle court. Okay, look, this is why I said in the video, I'm trying to keep it as very simple as possible. If you watch the video, okay, if you watch the video, I'm actually explaining why you do things instead of what to do. So he's looking for someone to tell him what to do. I'm trying to bring up why you do things. Let me tell you, the why is more important than the how. If you know why you're doing something, then you'll find out how you do it. Because if a court does something different, or they change the way that they do something, or they pass a statute that adds something to it, you still understand the principles of everything and how it moves. So if you don't know why you're doing something, you're going to look for someone to tell you what to do, which it seems like you're looking for. If it was a one size fit all court scenario, people would win 100% of the time. Even if I went over what I did, it still would be a person in my comment section asking me to hold their hand or to break it down even more. Everyone won't be satisfied regardless. That's why I reserve those breakdowns for consultations or private calls. Thanks for watching. So here's the person's response. And sometimes it's good to go over these responses too, because then I can kind of see maybe I jumped the gun, maybe I was wrong too. So, no, I'm looking for a through process, a thought process. I'm sorry. I'm looking for a thought process. Okay, I'm giving you a thought process. Everyone on here wants to rely just enough to hang yourself. See, if he listened to my video, he would know that the only way you can hang yourself in court is not by understanding court procedure. All that other stuff, when people are telling you to have a UCC1, go into court and say, state this and state that, and what jurisdiction are we being tried in, and all that still don't have nothing to do with the court case. You see what I'm saying? You have to understand the court is not suing you. Okay, the court is not suing you. The person that's suing you is the prosecutor. Okay, so you guys go in court and you listen to this. What jurisdiction? You listen to the frog. I used to listen to that dumb shit too, till I learned out it's stupid and it doesn't work and it has nothing to do with court procedure. Okay, you can use that. You can use the frog. I know who created the frog. So anyway, that frog that tells you a court only has two jurisdictions: admiralty and one of the common law. Okay, that stuff it has nothing to do with why you're in court. So why would you bring it up? Okay. So look, info you relayed is great, but the topic is halfway through the process. No, it's not. I have videos going all the way through a court process. Okay. I can only go off hypothetical stuff unless you actually give me something tangible and you want me to go and review it and show you what I would do from the point of view. But then I still would keep that private because I don't want my processes public. So, okay, let's see. Okay. If the guy in this video had got his paperwork, and how likely would the court be trying to scam him the way they did? Well, here's the issue. If the guy knew what he was doing in court, he wouldn't be in court. That's the problem. You have to know what they did to get you into court. Okay. He doesn't know what he's doing in court. That's the point of the video to show you when you go into court and you don't have a plan, you're going to fail. And his paperwork, would have raised these issues. So to me, who knows enough to just be dangerous to self, I see this info as helpful, but to me, it will open up a whole nother can of worms. I won't know how to address what's to going come after. Okay, look, when you're dealing with court, you should not be engaged with the court. Going into court and asking the court for a trial is engaging with the court. Going into court and asking them to prove what jurisdiction they're trying you under and saying you don't know the nature of the cause. Not only is that ignorant, is ignorant of court proceeding. Okay. They have processes for you to do that. The court has processes for you to ask what jurisdiction is the court trying you under. That's what you have to learn. You don't just go into court and say, what jurisdiction? This court only has two jurisdictions. And no, you don't say that. Okay. I got a video debunking that. I'm gonna show you how to do what all of this information that people are telling you improperly to do in court. I'm gonna show you how to do it properly and be able to be in the correctly under the rules of civil procedure and criminal procedure. That's all you need. Okay. So how do I address when they just ignore me? Well, how would you address anybody when they just ignore you? Just because it's a court, there's no difference. There is no difference. You guys have to lose this fear thing of like, what happens if they don't accept it? Doesn't the court tell you that the judge will tell you what to do if the court judge railroads you? Says you don't like my decision, appeal it. He's already telling you what to do. You guys don't listen. I had to learn this when I had a court case and the judge was laughing at me. This one I was trying to do subrogation. Everybody was like, you could do subrogation. Well, I had to learn, now I know how to do subrogation properly. But at the time I didn't because I was just watching YouTube videos. But when I had time, because the only way you can learn is through time and experience. Once I had time, I understood how to do subrogation in a court case properly. Okay. If a judge ignores you, they will tell you at the end of the trial, you have 5 days to challenge my ruling, or you have this amount of time. Okay. So if you're asking me what would I do if somebody served me or whatever, they don't serve you on traffic tickets. That's why that's the biggest problem. That's why I have a video showing you this. They never serve you. They have a defective petition. So why would you allow the case to go forward? So how do I get them to follow their own rules? Because I had info that a magistrate was going to enter in a plea for me, but I didn't have info on what to do when she ignored my objection and did it anyway. Well, you're supposed to look at the rules of procedure. You're supposed to look up the rules of procedure. This is why I tell you that everybody has access to Google just like I do. Everybody has access to the same search engines that I have. And some of you guys are even better than me with those search engines. But this should be common sense. If the magistrate ignores your objection, you need to stop the case at that moment because the magistrate obviously is exceeding their authority. Okay? Since you want a step by step, I'm using your comment to give you a step by step. Don't flare up and get mad. A lot of this shit that I said in my response is that a lot of this is really common sense. So when you're in a fear-based state, you don't act within common sense. So look, if you said here is what you need first, first is the need is first is affidavit of standing. See, here he goes inserting his belief. So look, if you said you need telling me what he's trying to tell me how I should teach you guys, yet this person is not getting remedy. Yet this person is going to court and the magistrate is running over him. So he's trying to tell me how I should teach you guys, yet he doesn't even know how to do it. That's crazy. That is crazy. I've had people that don't even know how to get remedy tell me you should teach like this. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You're not getting remedy. Look, If you said here is what you need is first is affidavit of standing notice of special appear motion to dismiss. Yeah, that sounds like a person I don't know what they're talking about. What I'm going to do with that info is going to look it up, right? I'm going to have to study to understand what any of those things are. That's what I'm asking for. What? What are you talking? Why would you file a affidavit of standing notice of special appear motion to dismiss? Where in procedure does it tell you to do that? You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to tell you. So a lot of this is common sense. It's not hard. It's not hard. I, I'm trying to say you have to understand there are things you can teach, and there are things that are common sense. When it comes to court, it is basically common sense. So what I'm basically telling him to do is step back and look at everything from a common sense standpoint. Okay. He's looking at it as if the magistrate straight is suing him. It is not the magistrate. So if the magistrate is acting and then there's no party on the other side, then what kind of court is that? That's a kangaroo court. Why would you not? Why would you let that court proceed? If you go to court and there is no opposing party and it's just you and the judge, I'm there's no way I would go and play around in that court because you're already being set up for a kangaroo court. If you bring up if you bring up nonsensical arguments, you will be ignored. It's not the paperwork that does anything. It's the knowledge behind the paperwork that does something. Okay? Just like I said, if a judge doesn't do something, you need to look up what to do if the judge doesn't do it. Why would that's what I'm saying? Why the fuck would that why would you have any other thought than that? That's why I'm trying to say it's common sense stuff. I can't teach common sense. So I'm not being rude. I'm just telling this person I can't teach common sense because you're asking me if a judge doesn't listen to you, what should you do? What do you think you should do? Now, if I ask that, I'm the bad guy. Okay. Civil procedure and criminal. Okay. So what I say? Civil procedure and criminal procedure is posted and is public knowledge. I should say are posted and is public knowledge. If they ignore you, it is up to you to know what to do. See, nobody can teach you that. You have to know what to do because you in your state, they may give you a time to object or respond. You may have never read the court documents. The court documents will tell you what you need to do on it. They'll literally tell you you have 10 days to respond to this. You have 5 days to respond to this. You have 20 days to file an answer. You have 10 days to request discovery or whatever. They tell you what to do on your paper. So what he needs to do is stop listening to all these YouTube websites and start actually looking at the rules of civil procedure in his state or looking at the rules of criminal procedure in his state. That's why I try to tell you it's easy when you use common sense. Why would I go to somebody else's YouTube video, right? I might get information from that, but I'm looking for the procedure in what they're stating. I'm not looking for them to give me what to do and then how I should react. No, that's for me to come up with that because court is a strategy game. It's really simple. It's just people fear the potential outcome. I have more court videos on this channel that show you what to do. Start by learning the rules of court, and that will narrow down your search. Court is an action versus reaction based thing. So you have to have a counter or strategy for everything they do, or they'll play on your emotions. I'm basically telling you, it's all court is it's really like it's somebody trying to they're not really trying to deceive you, but the other party may be trying to deceive you. So the court, remember, the court is just a building. When you get into the courtroom, then you're in what is called a general session. So when you're in a general session, a lot of times the prosecutor and the judge will meet and they'll have a strategy on how they're gonna deal with you because really they just want the court fees paid. You know what I'm saying? So if you scared of that, just tender payment and get out of the situation. So now this person, I'm pretty sure they're gonna take it kind of bad that I say common sense. Common sense also should dictate that all the info should be given when claiming or implying you're teaching a subject. Well, how could somebody give all the info? So by his logic, he went to math class and they taught him algebra, geometry, trigonometry. They taught him all that in every day in a math class. So you see sometimes the type of ideology that you have to deal with when you do YouTube videos. That's why I'm kind of showing y'all this. So I got like two other videos that are pending addressing certain comments because it's really people thinking that you should be giving them something for free instead of them taking the time to learn what they're deficient in. Because if you're still in 5 years later, you're still having problems with court, that means that you never sat down and actually looked at what was done to you and looked at the procedure around what was done to you. I had to do it myself because I was losing. I was taking L's until I understood like it's just really simple. Court is really simple. And that's my point. Is for the info or knowledge behind the paperwork is not being given. Yes, it is. I have an Instagram. I have other pages. I have other stuff to talk, other videos. He's expecting that this one video is a one shop stop, and it can't be. It can't be. There's nobody that can do that comprehensively without speaking for 3 hours. And I'm not going to sit here and take 2 3 weeks to study and to make a three hour video for free. Come on, man. I'm not stupid. Example, none specific to you is Oathsbond's horror. Okay. This is the problem. This is why this person is not getting the answer they want. Okay, let me show you something, man. I'm gonna show you something that's gonna save your life. Okay, look, these are the 7 reasons, right, for active listening. This is why I tell you, like a lot of people, that they suffer from lack of active listening skills. Because instead of trying to listen to learn something and take something from the video, you're too busy trying to look and dictate what the video should tell you. That's why most people suck at listening. Listening is you listen to what is said, you take time, and then you respond. That's how listening is. When you actively listen, there are some people who cannot actively listen to save their life because they're too busy trying to respond to the other person instead of actually listening to what that person is saying. Now, we'll go into the steps of active listening. So there are 7 active listening techniques. Okay. Be fully present. Active listening requires being fully present in the conversation. This enables you to concentrate on what is being said. What do you think I say when you listen to a video that you should stop the video and bring up another page for you to do research while the video is going on? So then you can take notes and then you can use these notes to further your education. Okay. Being present involves listening with all your senses, sight, sound, etc., and giving your attention to the speaker. That means turning off all music, turning off all video games, turning off everything, and being able to center yourself to listen to the information that you're taking in. Okay? To use this active listening technique effectively, put away your cell phone, ignore distractions, avoid daydreaming, shut down your internal dialogue. See, this person can't shut down their internal dialogue because they keep trying to tell me remedies that they think work and then wondering why they don't work in court because none of those remedies have anything to do with the court process. Duh. Place your focus on your conversation partner and let everything else slip away. So when someone is speaking, the more you do this, the more you will develop a skill of honing into what people say. Because when you listen to what people say, It will show you a lot about a person, not your idea of what a person is saying, not your conception of that person. Okay, so pay attention to nonverbal cues, keep good eye contact, ask open-ended questions. Okay, can you tell me a little bit more about that? See, this is a question that this person should have asked me. Can you tell me a little bit more about navigating court? Not to tell me how I should teach them. This person should have been asking me, can you tell me a little bit more of navigating through this process? What did you think about that? Yeah, because you're showing the person that you're actually listening to the video, which he didn't listen to the video. He's too busy trying to put his input in the video instead of listening to the video. So we all can learn, from some of these things that happen to us. What do you think is the best path moving forward? I could have told him what path that he might want to go on with learning this information, which I did. I basically said, you need to learn your rules of civil procedure. Okay. How do you think you could have responded differently? So I could have done that. I could have asked that person, how do you think you could have responded differently to that? Okay. Reflect on what you hear. After the person has spoken, tell them what you heard. So what he should have done is to take what he took from the video and reflected on it and say, well, I have a problem with understanding this. So if I got noticed, what should I have done? Or what do you think about this situation? Okay. This active listening technique ensures that you captured their thoughts, ideas, and emotions accurately. It also helps the other person feel validated and understood while keeping any potential miscommunications to a minimum. Okay. So the biggest kicker is always be patient. Okay. You always want to be patient. If you stay patient, that's where you get your knowledge from. Your knowledge and wisdom come through patience. I don't even care what step 7 is, because that's bomb enough to understand it. So withhold judgment. Okay. Even me, sometimes I listen to other people's videos and they may give out some information. Now I'm like, okay, that's not correct. But I still listen through the whole video. And then that little piece that's incorrect, I can take it out and say, okay, I don't need that. I just go through the rest of it and do my own research. Okay. So, so people talk about oaths, bond, FARA. This has nothing to do with your court case. You see what I'm saying? What has to do with your court case is exactly what's in front of you. Not one video on here tells you how to get, where to get, no ref, nowhere to look up, or even how to use if you get. Well, if you're looking for someone to tell you to get an oath or bond, then why don't you go to your actual state where they will actually show you where to get the oaths and bonds? Why would I have to show you that when that's not the purpose of this video? It has nothing to do with this video. This video is a 20-minute video at best. What did you expect, to get the whole legal system in 20 minutes? Okay, so look, but plenty of videos telling you to get these things. Well, my video doesn't tell you to get it. And I know he may be using this as an example, but I never go into getting oaths and bonds because I understand court. So these fucktards aren't going to tell you how to hold them accountable. Well, yeah, you can hold them accountable by actually knowing what the hell you're doing in court. So where does one even begin? You begin by learning the rules. I just told the person, where do you learn how to begin? See, this is the problem with people who don't know how to do active listening. He's telling me all this stuff and not listening to what I'm telling him. And then I'm reading his stuff and I'm responding to what he's saying. And he's still not listening to what I'm saying. So, or she, I don't know. It's Todd, I guess it's a man. So after 5 years of trying to learn law, I am still uncertain where to get It took you 5 years to find out how to get some damn Olsen bonds. Oh my God. You're telling me that it took you 5 years how to figure out how to get the OSA bonds of your state. You never hit Google. You never looked up. Man, stop it. You never reached out. I'm not going to get into where to get them at. Look, if I was asked, I could only respond with what I think the Secretary of State. Somehow, I think majority majority do this not to help, but to toot their own horn, and not on just this topic. They want people begging them for help and then act like they're inconvenienced, then ignore you, leaving them with a false sense of superiority. Okay, how about this? I take all my videos down because I really don't need you to respond to my video. I'm not sitting here asking you, begging you for donations. I'm not asking you for likes. I'm not asking you to click on my video. I'm not going live on YouTube for views. I'm not doing that. So how are you sitting here saying I'm using YouTube to get a false sense of superiority? It seems like you made this comment to get attention because you're not looking to get a resolution. You're getting to comment what you think I should be doing or my personality type, which you don't even know. So look, if someone relayed all pertinent info, do you think I will be busting your balls right now? Yes, I do. Because even if I gave you all pertinent info, which I've done over and over, you don't get it. So you're mad because you don't get it, which is not my problem. That's your problem. I already told you what to do in court. Look, no, I would not have all the info I need. If I am left asking a question after full study of info, then the key detail is being left out on purpose, something that will make or break their success. No, it is not. You can give people the key detail, but people are going to decide to do what they're going to do. You can give people all the details. I've literally told people what to do in certain situations. They go to somebody else and get some more information, and once they do that, from there, my hands is wiped from me. I'm not. Don't ask me for no more advice because if I gave you advice and you still trying to, oh, it's got to be more than that. Well, then okay, then go figure it out on your own. So I have to ask: are you trying to help people, or are you doing this for other reasons? Because I'm trying to help you be a better teacher if that's what you actually are trying to do to teach. All I have to, all you have to do is ask yourself, if I put this out, what questions would someone ask? Then answer those questions before they ask. You see how funny this is? This person cannot even solve their court issue, yet they're asking me to solve their court issue. But then they come back and say, well, they never planned to go on court. Okay, if I bring this up in court, what question, well, if they ask this question, what's my response? See how I'm saying that this is just nothing but common sense? That this person is trying to tell me that, oh, this is how you teach better. Just if you want to teach people how to teach better, just create your own content. There's always going to be somebody with some type of comment about your content. It's not going to be good enough. It's you don't talk about this. Why don't you talk about this? This is basically what they're telling me. So that info is only helpful to someone who actually is intended to teach. So I am going to see you ask that question to yourself. Okay. If you look at what I'm saying, I'm pointing out that you're bouncing around the subject, creating confusion. Okay. And this is the way I had to edit this because I had to watch the way I respond because I try not to respond in an emotional sense. But sometimes, I'm human, so I don't make it, always right. So look, I'm not bouncing around the subject. The subject is the video. Okay, I didn't say this video is going to teach you everything about court procedure. I didn't say this video is going to teach you how to deal with summonses and citations, etc. I didn't teach it. Say that. The video is navigating around Kangaroo Court, expert tips and guides. That's what the name of the video is. So that's exactly the video tackles its own subject matter. So the subject is the video. I'm showing an example of a court appearance and what not to do. I mean, and not what you want me to talk about. I thank you for being concerned, but I didn't ask for your help to show me how to become a better teacher. Instead of trying to show me, you can start teaching on your own, since you can probably do it better than I can, and obviously you can't because you're not having success. So the number one person that you should be teaching is yourself. So if you can't even teach yourself what to do in a court proceeding, you should not be telling somebody else how to teach someone else. That means that you can't even be successful in it. So why are you trying to teach other people? There's nothing wrong if you're not successful and you're trying to teach other people something, because people can learn from your bad experiences. Because when I first started doing this, I was losing. So then I was telling people, teaching people from my experience, and that's how people started getting wins. So I don't have access to the full court case in this video or the documents he filed or didn't file in this case. Yeah, so I'm just basically using the video to show a court appearance. That's all I'm using the video for. See, I'm using the content I have available to show people one court appearance. I said nothing about oaths or bonds, so why do you keep bringing this up? It doesn't apply to this video. Court is just as simple as I'm making it in this video. It seems as if you don't understand court and are making it harder than it is. I also have other videos addressing court which you can use. If you're looking for someone to show you how to find court oaths or bonds, just Google it. It should be standard in each county. Also, I don't teach this because in most cases it's a waste of time. I'm just using the content available to help available to me to help people understand the court process. But I do wish you good luck on your endeavors. Thanks for watching. So, when you come to this, you have to understand that if you're sitting there looking for somebody to have a video for every aspect of court and what you're supposed to do in every traffic ticket as a standard video, when you put that on the internet, what do you think the court's going to do when they see that? You think police officers aren't watching? You think lawyers are not watching these videos? You are a damn fool. They are watching these videos. So you can't make videos like that. That's why you have to make videos like this, where they're more cryptic, when they're more coded. But even in this cryptic coded video, I'm showing you if you're getting railroaded in the court, what did I say? You need to object. You need to make sure you're on the record. You see what I'm saying? So these are the type of comments. I'm going to start addressing more comments. But just like I said, you can't teach common sense. So if you're going into court and you don't know what to do when somebody is responding in a certain manner, the court is no different than you dealing with another human being, because you're dealing with another human being. So if a human being is trampling over your rights, you have to let them know, hey, you're abridging my rights. Let the court reflect that the judge seems to be violating my due process rights. You see what I'm saying? This is common sense, man. I can't make this up. But I want to thank everybody. Just like I said, I appreciate the good comments. I appreciate the bad comments. But sometimes, I got to take time out of my day to address things, because all of this is really a big teaching tool. If you want to know how to deal with court, the rules of procedure are right in front of you. They're right there. So rules of civil procedure, rules of traffic court, rules of child support, right in front of you. But you choose to not. So that you choose to not read. So then it is what it is. But I'm out, and deuces.